Hey everyone, let's go for an early morning ride on the trails in East County. We'll start out on the streets and head out of the suburbs, up onto the trails and up into the mountains. If you look straight ahead up onto those mountain ridges, up on the skyline, we're going to head all the way up there and be on the top, and you'll see the power lines from above when we're looking down. There are mountains and hills surrounding the streets and trails around my hood. My kids say I shouldn't say my hood, so I better listen to them. We cruise past the Super Walmart and the Smart and Final as we enter into the truck trail that goes and starts out behind this shopping center, which you'll be able to see from above. Hey, there's graffiti here. See, I can call it my hood. Well, alright, never mind. I'm calling this the Rio Canyon ride because it sounds so much better than the Super Walmart truck trail ride. But also, some of the most beautiful parts are coming up when we go down through the Rios Canyon, so you get to see that coming up. I put some custom power pads on my MSX, and they really help in going up some of these steep hills like this. You're able to kind of lean your knees forward and give it a push without throwing all of your weight out there. So I kind of like it. It definitely helps you go up without quite as much strain on your ankles. You can see the Super Walmart in the background. It is crazy how many things they stock in that store. I'm telling you, there's pretty much nothing to bid on that. Again, I want to stress that I don't condone doing social media while you're riding on your wheel. Well, to be honest, I was trying to check my battery temperature. So, anyway. I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, I really do love the views that we get coming out of these valleys, and as you can see, the sun coming up and lighting up everything below you. It's really beautiful. And I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. Hey, remember those power lines I was telling you about? How we were going to go under them? That we're up on that second ridge? Well, now we're finally up there. And we'll go ahead as we cruise under these. You get a nice view. It's kind of crazy. Don't worry, I was not actually tilting my head back that far. This is just using the 360-degree camera reframing. So that sunrise was gorgeous, and that sun was just blasting in my face. It was pretty hard to see, but it was a beautiful sunrise. suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in, and angels
These trails have a lot of variation, from areas that are flat and pretty well maintained to areas where there's a lot of erosion, a lot of ruts and other things that can catch you off guard if you're not watching. But having a dual sport tire, or one that's got a little traction on it, very much helps when it gets kind of rough. But otherwise, it's a nice trail to ride, and it definitely keeps you on your toes. This ridge gives a nice view looking out over the valley, and it just every once in a while you got to stop to take in that view and enjoy it, at least for a few minutes. So I try to do that occasionally and get back on the trail, but you got to enjoy it. I trimmed the mount on my invisible selfie stick, and I think it's done a better job, and I think it's makes the selfie stick a lot more invisible, so rather than seeing some of the artifacts. So I like how that is working. Now this area under these trees, look at that tree behind me. I mean, it is massive. It's just beautiful here in the shade, and this is by the ecological preserve that's over by Crest area. So anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful area, tree lined. I don't know what this is. This is some kind of plantings that they're doing here. I made sure not to run over anything, so I'm being careful about that. Most of the video is in regular time, but I sped up a couple of these segments just because I kind of have a lot of footage and trying to shorten things down a little bit, but just kind of gives you an idea of cruising through some of the areas here. So we come down the mountain now and start getting back more into some of the suburban areas. Slowing down for another scenic area. Where do you see trees like this? I mean, these are crazy, right? Wild. There were several gates that I had to go through. A few more than I would like. But here we are. Okay, back onto streets, and a little bit smoother ride than the trails, of course. Right here, you'll notice this is the Highway 8 right on my left there, and back behind is El Cajon Mountain. You see that in the distance, but definitely right alongside the commuters there. Now this next section here is one of the steepest roads around. It's a fire road because I don't think they can make roads normally that have this grade. Notice how far I'm leaning way back trying to keep that thing braking as it goes down this giant hill. And then the hill going up on the other side is even steeper. It's about a 39% grade. It levels off a little here at the top, but And the MSX just handles it. It just cruises on up it, nothing flat. Pretty amazed at how much at the steep inclines that thing can tackle without breaking a sweat. And at the end of the ride here, we show a few stats. The route we took, almost 11 miles, a little over an hour and a half here in the morning. Got up a little bit of height. Average speed isn't too high, but then as we cruise back into suburbia with the sidewalk streets and the homes, coming back into town, it's good to be back after a nice little ride like that. And we pull into the cul-de-sac at the end, and we give a little bit of a zoom out view. Hey, I hope you enjoyed watching this little ride this morning. It's good having you along, and take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe.